Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of BNA Sports Talk. So today we are talking Doomsday because there's been a lot of negative chatter with the Giants, and I kind of want to discuss what is the worst possible scenario we can do. I made a prediction series where I basically did floors, ceilings of teams, and I'm pretty sure I had the Giants floor at 7 or 8 wins because you have that extra win. I'm we're better than 6 and 10 unless you're at a pretty tough schedule. And we had a couple games we could have won. Also, a couple games we could have lost. A lot of Bengals. But I kind of want to discuss that. I also wanted to discuss, Daniel Jones. What do we need to see out of him this year in order to keep him? Because there's a theory. It's maybe we surrounded him with too much talent, and the fact that this is the best it ever will be, because eventually we'll have to pay him and he won't have that many stars around him per se, or maybe he takes a discount and only gets paid $10 million a year still and whatever. But no, that's not going to happen. He's going to want a lot of money. So it's kind of one of those things. Is he at his ceiling now? I know he's probably going to get better as it is, but the talent around him is probably going to be at its peak. So what I need to see out of Daniel Jones, I need to see at least the stats of his rookie year. I think that's the baseline. I need him to have a better touchdown interception ratio than 2-1. That's first of all. Because if he has another 11 touchdown, 10 interception season, obviously he's gone. As far as yards, I don't really need to see that many yards, really. I just need him to see him execute the offense. Because there may be some games, like when you get with Tom Brady, it was some years he didn't throw a lot of yards because they were just winning, and then they just went to their run game. But then you have guys like Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott that we see have high yard totals. And a lot of it's not empty, but the defense is playing back. They let you get a little underneath stuff. So if he has 4,000 yards, but we're 7-9 or 7-10, that's not really going to mean much. If he has a Kirk Cousins year, that's not really going to mean much. It'll be great to see, he can have those 300 to 350 yard games against either a bad team or a team that, is winning by a lot. Doesn't really matter to me. And he's going to be in a lot of tight games this year. So maybe that's one of those things. I think we have a good enough defense that'll keep us tight. So honestly, now I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking through it live. I need to see him 3,800, not quite 4,000. I want to see him somewhere on there. But if he's in the low 3,000s again, then either means he's injured or he sucks. And if he's injured, we all know, come on, you gotta move on. You can't really trust him. I kind of see the season going like this, though. I kind of see it going to relate it to the topic I wanted to discuss. Daniel Jones, what did you expect? Kenny Galladay, Kadarius Toney got injured. All he had was Shep and Slayton. And then John Moss, obviously, dealing with injury problems. What did you expect? Bad offensive line. They didn't do enough, provide enough guard depth. That's how I can see the season going. And then we go 8-9, that sort of thing. But as far as Daniel Jones, again, his stats, a couple fumbles. I want to see just about as many fumbles as last year. I think that's good. 9 fumbles, that's good. I don't want by the end of the season us to be remember when Daniel Jones had that fumbling problem? I don't care if he fumbles a couple of times, but we're always going to think about it because it was such a problem in the beginning of his career. I want it to be at the end of the year. Oh, yeah, remember when Daniel Jones had a fumble problem? That doesn't really exist anymore. Maybe it's because he develops another problem. But, yeah, I want to see that's kind of the bare minimum for me. And obviously, maybe for Dave, it's a little bit less than that because he really does believe in Daniel Jones. And he's just going to see you're only going to see the good that he does, So, yeah, that's what I think about Daniel Jones. What's the doomsday scenario for the Giants? I already kind of mentioned it. Kenny Galladay just never can stay on the field. He doesn't really develop that chemistry with Daniel Jones. Only has 500 yards. Then you have John Ross, who gets more playing time and it's getting banged up. You also have either one of Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, Kadarius Toney still being banged up. None of these wide receivers that we have a clean bill of health. No, I don't think anybody does in the league. But I think these guys in particular, just all of them could go down any given week. But the thing is, we have so much depth, Sills. CJ Board isn't good, but we have still Sills, Pettis. I don't think it's ever going to be that bad. But yeah, I could just see by week 10, or is that our bye week? Or week 11 against the Buccaneers, we roll out there with CJ Board as wide receiver 3. Or we're doing that 3 tight end set that we do. Also, Kyle Rudolph just never stays healthy as well. I do trust Evan Ingram this year. I don't think he's going to be great. But, we saw he had an injury problem. Then he had a drop problem. What is it going to be this year? What is it going to be this year? Also, if Thomas goes down on the offensive line, then you have Soldier and Pert. That's not better than the 2019 offensive line. At least 2019, we had a good guard in Zeitler. I think we can trust Will Hernandez, though. That's a good thing. I think that's going to be a solid piece. That's something I feel pretty good about. Him and Thomas, I feel solid about. And on the defense, we played against, like, I think the easiest offenses last year. We played against, like, the Bengals, and, obviously the Arizona Cardinals were pretty good, but they weren't, like, great. That was, like, the best offense we really played against. Well, Tampa, we played against them, but that was, like, the beginning of the season. You say the Ravens, but they were, like, the 15th ranked offense in the league. We had, like, the easiest defensive schedule, and you remember with Janoris Jenkins and DRC in that second year, they really kind of fell apart. But I think the difference is, though, with this team, I kind of mentioned, like, the positives, because I am a Giants fan, like, we like our coach. It wasn't Ben McAdoo. It was, it's Joe Judge, and they all have really good chemistry. Like, I can't really see them struggling. Like, I can't really see them facing that much adversity. Maybe one game, and maybe you start yelling at each other, but as long as, I wonder how they deal with adversity, though. What if, like, what's a game early in the season? Maybe Justin Herbert or Kansas City. What if Kansas City, our defense just gets lit up? Do they lose some confidence? That would be interesting to see. That was going to be kind of interesting to see. But we faced some pretty good offenses this year, and I can definitely see a scenario where our defense regresses just a little bit. Like Ojulari isn't that pass rusher. I mean, Mekhi Becton has been having a bad training camp, apparently, and he dominated Azeez Ojulari except for one play. So, I can definitely... I can't saying that, but our linebacking core I think is going to be good. Blake goes down, though. Then we have Reggie Ragland. Carter Coffins has been showing some good things, but Blake Martinez has been showing signs a little bit of wear. He had to take a couple plays off last year. So, that sort of stuff. And if we start losing that depth, okay, then we don't have one leader of our defense, but we always have Logan Ryan, Jabril Peppers that can easily fill in that spot as a safety. And a team early in the year that I think could potentially light us up, maybe even the Washington football team, like we just get punched in the throat by them. Maybe the Denver Broncos. We play some pretty good offenses if you take a look at it, man. Like, it's Broncos, Drew Lock, offensive line, weapons. Washington, weapons, decent offensive line. Falcons, we all know that they always score like 40 points for the first 5 weeks of the season. Then the Saints, interesting, good offensive line. Jameis could just torch us like he usually does. He always puts up like 27 against us. The Cowboys, Dax might be healthy by that point. The Rams, Panthers, a little bit shaky. And then the Chiefs, Raiders, those are some good offenses just off the bat. So I can definitely see our defense struggling a little bit. And then 7-10. We're sitting at 7-10 again. And at least we'd have like an 11th pick, and then the Chicago Bears like the 12th pick or something like that, and we could trade up. So in the end, that might not be a bad scenario, but what if the Bears are good? Like, what if we're just 8-9, Daniel Jones plays all right, the defense is good enough to keep us in some games, winning some games to the defense. We're 8-9, the Bears are 8-9 as well, and we're just sitting at 14-15. That's just like, are we going to draft the guard? Or are we going to draft the quarterback? Like, what are we going to do? And these are not really good trade assets. So, that's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk about. Kind of a fun, unplanned/planned video in a way. But, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.